If you don't have no depth in your life, you can't exemplify no fruit. You wonder why you're so easily shaken. You wonder why somebody can say something you're so easily persuaded. It's because there's no depth, there's no roots in your life. Amen. I see so many people, even here at Faith Walking, that I know God sent here. I know God told them to come here, but because of people, there was false prophets, there was false prophets speaking into your ear, they're not here today.
Yes.
Because they listen to the wrong voice. How you want to get from a place that you know God sent you when He's proven Him manifest Himself over and over, and you're still not here. You're still going. You're still confused. What's wrong with that picture, y'all? He told the woman, he said, go to Zarephath. Told Prophet Elijah. He said, I have a widow woman that's going to feed you. See, wherever God sends us, people, God, He brings provision.
All right. That's right.
When I'm over here, I'm just struggling. I'm having a heart because God ain't sent you there. God sent you to that job, but you still struggling. God told you to start this business, but you still struggling.
All right.
That's right. You lie on God.
God told you to get this car, but you can't pay for it. God told you to marry this man, but you can't stand him, and he can't stand you.
Yes, God.
The Bible said the blessing of the Lord make him rich and add no sorrow. Amen. But when God blesses us, there's no sorrow. Not saying that you won't be challenging, but when God does something, He does it well. I don't care how many people come here and prophesy to me. I'm not going nowhere.
That's right.
Until the Lord tells me. I'm not leaving nowhere until God tells me this is where He told me I got you for now, and this is where I'm at for now.
Yes.
Because people and these false prophets come in here and tell you what to do, and you get out of the will of God, and you and your church go down. You sit there, somebody prophesy you to get a Lexus. I know a guy, a friend of mine, God told him to get a Lexus through the prophet. He kept the Lexus a year, and the car broke down, he couldn't even fix it. He had to get him a Chevrolet Cobalt. Stay in your lane. Know the voice of God. How do you know this voice? Let regeneration take place in your life.
Yes, sir.
Give God a hand clap of praise and good and quiet. We must know the voices of God. You sit there, these prophets come in town. I'm not knocking prophets. Give them your rent money, your car payment money, your children's school money, and they going on to the next one to get money out. And you struggle, amen. Yes, the Bible said pay your tithes off, but I'm talking about stuff that we're doing God has not told us to do.
Yes.
And they know what to say. They know how to do things, amen. And we fall for it, amen. But I believe that when God has called you to do something, He'll make a way for you to do it, amen. For if you're trying to be reinformed with self-effort, you would be willing to heed the Spirit's conviction, amen. For when we are reformed, we will receive Jesus through faith and ask Him to regenerate our life on a daily basis, amen.
That's right.
For one of the most famous examples of self-reformation was Benjamin Franklin, which had 13 virtues which he described in his autobiography using a chart. Franklin recorded his progress as he worked each day. That's how sincere the regeneration was to him. That he worked, he had a chart that he would record each day of his efforts and his changes in his life. That's how serious it was for him, amen. For Franklin recorded his progress as he worked each day to perfect habits such as temperance, industry, and sincerity, amen. For whatever man may do after regeneration, the first quickening of the dead must originate with God, amen. For regeneration and reformation through not though not equal, should be both part of the Christian life.
Yes.
But one of the best explanations of this can be found in Titus 3. Someone find that. Titus chapter 3. I don't want to be the same way, amen. I don't want to come in here week after week. Nothing that we do for God should not be a strain. When someone asks you to do something for God, it should never be a problem to read the scripture. It should never be a problem to pray. It should never be a problem for nothing that God asks us to do. But the Bible said, what your hands find to do, you are to do it.
Yes.
Your hands, whatever it finds to do, you're to do it for God. Amen?
Come on now.
Yes.
What verse?
Chapter 3, we want to start at verse 1.
And it reads, put them in mind to be subject to principalities and powers.
Yes.
To obey magistrates.
Yes.
To be ready to every good work.
Regeneration calls us to be obedient when we don't want to be obedient. Regeneration calls us to be obedient. Sister Carmen, it does.
Yes.
As a child, when I didn't want to be obedient, I was obedient because I had no choice, first of all.
Yes.
But when I found out that when I allowed regeneration to take place in my life, it was easy to me to be obedient to what my parents were saying. But until I realized and allowed that change and that transformation to come out, like I couldn't do that on my own. I had to say something. But when regeneration comes, it brings harmony, it brings submission to the will of God. Yes.
To speak evil of no man.
Uh-huh.
To be no brawlers.
Yes.
Or fighters.
Yes.
But gentle, showing all meekness
Yes.
to all men.
Yes.
For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish.
Sometimes foolish. Before Christ came into your life, we were foolish. We made foolish decisions. Even after Christ, sometimes we made foolish decisions.
Yes.
But when you accept Christ, and there has been regeneration in your life, you shouldn't keep being dumb all your whole life now. There should be some change in your life. You should be struggling like you was 5 or 10 years ago. There got to be some transformation there. Huh? We were foolish, read. Disobedient.
Deceived.
Deceive, easy deceive, false prophets to come in and tell you what to get you out of place. There are people right now that's supposed to be a faith walker that have allowed some false prophet or prophets to cause them to get distracted.
Talk. That's good.
Serving divers lust and pleasure.
Yes.
Living in malice and envy.
Yes.
Hateful. And hating.
One another.
That's good. But after that, the kindness and love of God, our Savior,
yes,
toward man appeared.
Yes.
Not by works.
Yes. That's regeneration.
Which we have done.
Yes.
But according to His mercy, He saved us.
He saved us. We don't deserve His salvation.
All right.
What have you did so good that caused you to deserve what God does for you?
Yes.
What have you done to deserve the blessings of the Lord? What have you done that caused you to be where you are today in your right mind? That's enough to give God praise that you got your right mind. Give God praise for your right mind. Some of the stuff that you all have dealt with, there are so many people that have lost their mind. That is somebody in prison. Finish that verse.
By the washing of regeneration
and
renewing of the Holy Ghost.
Yes. Amen. Just finish verse 6.
Which He shed on us abundantly.
Yes.
Through Jesus Christ our Savior.
Jesus shed His blood for us. Amen.
Thank you, God.
For there, in this text, the Apostle Paul explained how we have been justified by the grace and should therefore be careful to engage in good deeds. Amen. For God has called us, people of God, to exemplify good fruits. Amen. How are you going to exemplify these good fruits? You must be regenerated. You must be reformed. Amen. Once you're regenerated and once you are reformed, then you can rebuild Then you can reorder some things. But you can't reorder something until you get in order.
Get in order first. Yes.
You can't rebuild nothing until God allows some things to be changed in your life. Well, I can speak those things as I don't know. You got to speak those things as I, the Bible do say it, but there's a life, there's a way you got to live to speak those things. I can name and claim. He's giving me authority. Well, why you keep naming and claiming and keep laying hand on you still ain't got it then? Because there's no regeneration, amen? Huh? It has to be in the will of God. So that means that I can claim somebody else's wife, if that's the case then. And because she married to him, but I can claim her and I can have her.
Can't do that.
It don't work like that. They said to some pastor Shirley Caesar said one time, she said, what happens in her song, we're closing, when you drive, when you go up to the lot with somebody else drive off with the car? Or what happens when you say that's your husband, but somebody else walk down the aisle with him? You know what she said? It was simple. It won't your car, and it won't your husband. Give God a hand clap for the word. I'm not going over what God has spoken. Make sure in your reordering, people of God, that you have been regenerated and you have been reformed. Ask God to help you. Ask God to help you to get to that place, amen. Then we can build upon. Jesus knew the oil of the Father. He said, if it was possible, let this cup pass from me, but nevertheless, because he knew the order, he knew the plan of the Father. It wasn't for the cup to be passed, but his flesh was crying out. When we go through things, we be saying, God, why you give me this? I was just having this conversation with someone yesterday. Why I have the God? Why you use me like that? Why I got this anointing, God? I didn't ask for this. But he knew it was a part of the process of understanding. He knew that we had to go through some things. He knew that we had to be tried by the fire. But if God equipped you to do something, he's going to make it possible for you to do it. Amen. You may be under the sound of my voice.